Hey folks, Sheila here from Design Files. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can take a basic floor plan design like this and fully customize the ceilings so that you can create slope ceilings and also create ceilings that have a lowered section like this, all within one space. So if you've got a client project and the space that you're working on has more of a custom ceiling design and you have to account for different heights or slopes, keep watching. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. And I'm going to back up and use this design right here where I've cleared out all the ceiling edits so that we can recreate them from scratch. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this floor plan load in. And once the floor plan has loaded in, one of the first things that I need to do is click directly into the floor plan, and I need to make sure that I'm setting my ceiling height. Now, when you're setting your ceiling height, you want to set it for the max height. So whatever, if you're dealing with a sloped ceiling, whatever the peak point in the ceiling is, that's the max height that you need to set when you are setting your ceiling height here. Once you've done that, you're going to go into the 3D perspective mode. And I'm just going to rotate this design around and we'll zoom in. And I'm just using the wheel on my mouse to zoom in and out. And couple things that I'm going to do before I start editing the actual ceiling for this space. So one, I'm going to go into the gear icon and I'm going to switch my measurements from feet and inches to just straight up inches. And this honestly is just personal preference. So it's completely up to you. I just feel like it's easier for me when I'm just dealing with just straight up inches. Now that I've done that, the next thing that I'm going to do here is if I want to create a sloped ceiling on this section of the space, I'm actually going to edit this wall instead of editing the ceiling. And I know that that might sound a little counterintuitive or strange, but it's actually the walls that we're going to edit because we're going to create a triangular shape and we're going to extrude it so it goes the full length of this wall here. So before I go in and I edit this wall, what I really need to know is the full length of this wall so that I can make sure that I am creating my slope and it's going to go along the full length of it. So I'm going to go into the 3D or the floor plan mode right here. Here's the wall that has my windows. I can see that it's 226 inches long. So now that I know that, I'm going to go back into the 3D perspective mode. I'm going to click on this wall right here. We're going to edit the back wall. We're going to create a triangular shape and we're going to extend it the full length so it runs down this wall. So here we go. We're going to click edit. It's going to take me into the wall editor. This black square here is basically indicating where the doors are in this wall. And you can see that I've got my 3D previewer right here that I can expand out and I can close it. And as you're making your edits within the wall editor, they're going to appear in your 3D previewer. So it helps you just kind of see how things are taking form in your design. So over here on the right side panel here, you can see that I can add shapes, I can add trim, and I've got my texture library right here where I can apply textures to any of the shapes or the trim. I'm going to go ahead and start by adding a shape, and we're going to click on the line tool. I'm going to start by adding one point in the top corner of my wall. I'm going to extend it out, go all the way across to the other corner, and then I'm just going to come down and create a rectangular shape, and I'm going to a triangular shape, and then I'm going to close off this shape. And you'll know if you've done it right because this should turn gray and you're going to see that there's a blue line surrounding it to show that it's selected. The next thing that I'm going to do here is decide where it is that I want this slope to begin. So right now, if I zoom in here, you can see you've got your measurements for 130 inches. That's the full length of the wall. And then basically from the floor to the point where this slope is going to kick in, that's at 92 inches. And then over here, we've got the additional 37.75 inches that is basically the remainder of the total ceiling height. So if I want my slope to kick in at 8 feet up from the floor, you can see it's at 92. I need to bump this up to 96. So I'm going to zoom in here and I'm going to drag this point up to 96. Just like that. So I can see that we've got 96 inches now. I'm going to scroll out here using the wheel on my mouse. And now I'm going to select this shape and I'm going to fill it with a paint color. So if I go into the paint color library, you're going to see the collections that are available. So you can browse any of these and you can search by specific color name or just browse. And if you've been using any paint colors within your designs, you can actually go into your recents and it'll show you the colors you've already been using. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to paint my ceiling ultra white. Now that I've done that, you can see over here on the right side panel that I have an option to extrude this shape. So I'm just going to open up my 3D previewer here so you can see what's going to happen. But I'm going to extrude this shape to 226 inches. And you can see how it starts to fill out the full length of this wall here. So if I go ahead and I save my wall, you can see that the slope has already been created. And now we can start looking at adding in the we can edit the other section over here so we can create a lowered ceiling. Now, I could either edit this wall or I could edit this wall. If I edit this wall, I would extrude the shape out and it would be the full length of this. If I edit this wall, then I'm going to extrude the shape the full length of this. So I need to know the length of this wall. So you can do either or, but you just need to know the full length of the wall that you're going to be extruding the shape out to. So I'm going to start here. And I need to know what this wall length is. So if I go into my floor plan mode, it's 183 inches. So back to the 3D mode, click on the wall that I'm going to edit, hit the edit icon. In this case, I'm going to add a shape. This time I'm going to do a rectangular option. I'm just going to add a rectangular shape to the top here. I'm going to paint this the same ultra white. And let's say that I want this section to drop down 24 inches. So I'm just going to grab the edge here, lower it down to 24, right there. I'm going to select this shape and I'm going to extrude it out 183 inches. I'll just show you what this looks like when I open up this 3D previewer. So again, we're going to do 183 and you'll see that this section extends out. So I've got this lowered ceiling here. So if I save my design, you can see what this looks like. Now, one final step here. Let's say that you want your ceiling color to be the same, the ultra white, but you would prefer that this side of this extruded shape matches your wall color. Here's how you're going to do that. Click back into the wall that you just edited, and we're going to zoom in here. I'm going to add another shape, another rectangular shape. Click onto the corner of the wall here, or the edge of the wall, and I'm just going to create another rectangular shape. I'm going to go into the paint color library. In this case, I'm going to go into recents because I've already used this color, and I'm going to add the strong white color right here, which is going to match the color of my wall. So again, I'm just going to open up my 3D previewer. So if I rotate this around, this area right here is right here. So I need this to extrude out 183 inches to go the full length. 183. You can see that it's doing that, but we've got a really thick band here, which I don't want. I just want it to look like this is a painted surface. So in order to do that, all I'm going to do here is narrow this right down to about, I don't know, ½ an inch, something like that. Just like that. And then we'll save this. And now it looks like this section is painted the same color as my walls, but I still have my ceiling in the ultra white color. And there you go. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you are creating spaces where you need to create sloped ceilings or you need to create ceilings at different heights, you can follow the steps that I've gone through within this video. And of course, if you have any questions at all about using these tools or specific questions about a certain design that you are working on, always reach out to us on the live chat. We are happy to help. Thanks for watching.